Coming up in this video, I went to the indoor school at Edgbaston to witness a fielding coaching masterclass with elite coach Cookie Patel, ably assisted by Warwickshire professional Oliver Hannon-Dolby. Let's go.
What I'm going to do here is just go through the kinetic chain, sequence of events that we use to throw a cricket ball. Okay, so to start off with, we're just going to look to throw in a straight line. But what I want you to do first of all is just to make sure that you start with a good base, a wide base, okay? And when you pick the ball up, we've got the ball in the correct grip, okay? Especially spinners and seamers that we're holding it cross seam, either 2 fingers or 3. So when you pick the ball up, there might be a little bit of adjustment that goes on that gets us into a throwing position there. So if I look at my front leg first of all, I'm just looking to make sure that's pointing at my target wherever I'm looking to throw. Likewise with my front arm, which I'm going to help to generate some power as well, making sure I've got my thumb inverted, which allows me to bring my elbow into my body nice and tight. With my throwing hand, I'm just going to go, if I go here, you'll see that I've got, in essence, rabbit's ears, or I've got my fingers cocked back there, my wrist cocked back, just behind me. And you'll hear baseball players talk about the T, elbow to elbow, and the trunk, getting into that strong position there, which is really good. And then I'm just looking to make sure that everything goes in a straight line. So, the throwing starts with your back foot on the ground. So if you stand in this position now, if you're throwing, okay, anywhere you like, and if you just literally push the ball of your back foot into the ground, right, tell me what muscle groups you can feel.
Quad, thumb.
That's it, okay, so those are the major muscle groups of the body and bigger than any other muscles in the body. So we'd want to use those to help us generate the power. So that kinetic chain starts in the back foot there, comes up through the body, and then we get the hips to turn, creating a little bit of twist in the trunk here, and then we have our shoulders go through, elbow, wrist, fingers, and the ball comes out. So if you just try that now, turn your hips in, but keep your shoulders. So if you think about a broomstick, both pointing at the target at the moment. So I want you to keep your shoulders where they are, get your hips to turn, so that hip, get that hip to turn. That's it, keep your shoulders where they are, and you can feel a little bit of tension in there. Just relax, relax. So that's what we're looking to do. So just go through the motion. So once the hips have gone, then the shoulders come through, and then the throwing arm comes through, okay? So again, want to be nice and low as we possibly can to the ground when we pick the ball up, throwing at the other end, okay? So all I'm going to ask you to do now is, we're going to throw 22 yards, because it's a nice easy number, but I just want you to start back there. Can I have the ball, please? I'm just going to bobble it into you, pick it up, and then you can take a step, and then throw it straight, aim for the stumps down there, please. So there's a little bit, so how much do you think you're using your back hip here to help you generate power?
I hadn't even thought about it.
Okay, so at the moment, to the naked eye, it looks a little bit like that's probably, there's not that much separation, so you're not engaging those muscles as much as I would want you to. Big lad, strong lad, want you to use those to get a little bit more MPH on the ball. Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do, just so as I can see you working and you can feel it working, if you just get ready to throw, that's it. Just put your leg inside there, back leg. Okay, just on your inside thigh there. I'm just going to hold on to that tightly. So all I want you to do is keep your shoulders, see where your shoulders pointing at me at the moment? I just keep your shoulders where they are. I just want you to turn that hip now. Oh yes, okay, so strong lad. Okay, so there's a lot of power coming out of there that we need to engage with the throw. All right, so the other thing that's going to help here, all right, he's got a good stride length, but we need to make sure that front foot is open, that allows our hip that freedom of movement to be able to swing through or to be able to rotate there to make sure that we can generate the power. Okay, so good lad, and again, just turn that, yes. Okay, so if you think about all that power coming through there, so that's the kinetic chain, and then through here and out. That's what we want to try and do with the throw there, to be able to increase a little bit more pace as well. Off you go. Good lad. Good lad. Okay, so Simo, do you mind just feeding him some balls? There we go. Hip. Good lad. Good lad. Good lad. Keep working that hip. Keep working that hip. Good lad. Good lad. Okay. Try it without now. Keep working that, good. Bit of Elvis Presley there, love it. Okay, good. Okay, so that front foot's still closing off a little bit, so you're restricting the amount of movement that you've got there. So just make sure you're opening that up. Okay, yeah. Try it again. Make sure that front foot's nice and open. Yeah. And again, okay.
Bit close.
Yeah, so you're just closing off a little bit, mate. Just closing off. So just come and stand next to these here. Yeah. So your front foot should not be touching any of that at all.
Okay.
So get your front foot off there. That's it, yeah. Because if that comes anywhere near there, all right. Yes, please, Simo. Yeah. That's it. Good. Can you feel that a little bit freer now?
Yeah, like,
okay.
Feels weird, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, still, and again, just look to try and get that as much as you can.
Okay.
Good lad. Okay, right, just come in here. So that's something for you to work on, and that's something that we want to make sure our players are properly aligned, because it helps with alignment as much as we can. So what I want you to do now, all right, just get ready there, all right, put the ball in your hand. Okay, so have a look at the stumps, because I want you to hit the stumps. I know there's only 2 there, okay? So keep looking at the stumps, close your eyes. I want you to throw the ball, keep your eyes closed, and I want you to tell me whether it's gone offside or leg side. Have a look, picture it, close your eyes, feel where the ball comes out your hand, throw. Oh my God.
Leg side?
Leg side, I reckon that would have hit leg stump. Okay. So that's probably come out in the right place. Okay. So go again, let's be a bit of consistency. Make sure it's coming out in the right part. Again, off you go.
Pretty straight. Pretty straight, felt good, felt pretty straight.
Okay, so perfect. So keep your eyes open. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Oh. The importance of that drill and practicing and making sure we've got the right technique makes a massive difference. And obviously we've only spent a few minutes there working with Oliver there. But I think as well, if you think about the importance of that, so I'll give you an example. If you think back a few World Cups ago, Glenn Maxwell was at mid-wicket, Dhoni was on strike, this is true. Yeah. Okay, Dhoni's hit the ball out to Maxwell at mid-wicket and decided to run. Maxwell's picked the ball up and he's set himself to throw at the bowler's end, but the 30-yard circle was literally in between his legs, so we know he's thrown it 30 yards. As he's picked the ball up, to the time the ball has hit the stumps, how long?
4 seconds, 5
1.2 seconds.
Wow.
Right? So from the time he picked the ball up to the time the ball came out of his hand, how long? 0.4 of a second. Therefore, and most Major League Baseball players only have the ball in their hands for 0.4 of a second. So 0.8 of a second to travel 30 yards, I would suggest he only threw it at 63, 65 mile an hour. Yeah. So you'd not thrown it quick, but because he got his alignment right and everything was right, Dhoni was run out by that much. Australia went on to win that game and the World Cup. So the importance of that alignment is massively important. Massive. So the other thing you can do, just to help throwers, because we talk about arm circle, okay, and this is what baseballers do as well, and I quite like it. If you just put the elbow, your ball in your elbow like that, imagine you're thrown into that net. Yeah. If you go big, so you're thrown from the boundary, you're probably going to take your arm back really big there. So in theory, as I take my arm back, the ball should drop behind me. Yeah. Do you agree? So if I go back there, it's drop behind me. Perfect. Now, if I'm in the inner circle and I want a shorter arm circle, then in theory now I should throw it and keep it short. It should land in front of me. So imagine I've picked the ball up, got in there, and throw. It goes in front of me.
What if I ain't got as big a biceps as you?
Then you're struggling. You'll be all right. There you go. Okay. So all of a sudden we can then start drilling smaller arm circle, bigger arm circle, depending on where you're fielding as well. Okay, so that would work really well. So you've just got to have a little think about what you're trying to do there. Okay, so we're just going to look at a little bit of catching here first of all, okay? Most important thing, as silly as it sounds, we need to catch the ball with 2 hands, and we just need to make sure we're catching the ball in the correct part of our hands. So in order to do that, we just want to make sure we've got a good posture, where you've got a good balance, and you've just got a good strong position that just allows you to access the ball really high, medium, low, medium, and high. Beautiful. Okay, so as soon as the ball goes a little bit wide, just want to be able to open up our front foot there, or the ball nearest the ball, foot nearest the ball, just so as it allows us to open our hips up to get to the ball there. Same on the other side. Okay, so you can just see that foot opening up. Okay, so even when it's high, we're nice and strong there. And what we want to try and do when we finish catching the ball is make sure that we've got a structure to catch the ball with. So if you look at my hands there, and if you join my elbows up with a straight line, you'd have like a triangle. If you did the same there, you'd have a triangle. Same there, you'd have a triangle. So we're just looking for that structure when you catch the ball. When we try and catch the ball, try and catch it out in front of you, not too close. There will be times when the ball just gets big on you or really quick and you do end up catching it almost behind you, if you like, or level with you. But wherever possible, out in front, just so as you can line the ball up with your head and your eyes as much as possible. Okay, so here's the thing about catching the ball in the correct part of the hand. If I'm being really honest now, when I throw the ball up and I catch it, that wasn't a great catch, even though it was a catch. And that's because I caught it in my left hand and then it rolled into my right. If I throw it up again and catch it there, I've caught that in the correct part of my hands and I've secured the ball, I've trapped the ball. So whenever I catch the ball or pick it up, whether it's a catch or it's a bounce feed or I'm picking it up, I always want to pay attention to detail to make sure I get the ball in the correct part of my hand every time. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to say no because I caught it and it just bobbled out a little bit. Still caught it, but I want to get it in the correct part of my hand. Yes, definitely. Yes, liking that. And again, just look at that posture and look where I've caught it, trying to get my hand in line with the ball as much as I possibly can. Yeah, there again, got that structure, strong hand. So I'm trapping the ball wherever possible, straight in the middle. And if we just go right hand here only at the moment, so just one-handed. So again, just trying to get it in the correct part of my hand, dummy for a little bit of pace. Same with the left hand, haven't got that as well as I should have done. Okay, so I've got a real focus. Yes, that's better, okay. So I've got to make sure I'm concentrating wherever possible. There we go. Beautiful. So in terms of high catching, we still want the same principles in terms of watching the ball, making sure we get it in the correct part of our hand. And where possible, ideally we want to be stationary, all right? But there will be times where we're on the move because of the situation of the ball. So again, good posture, good balance, and a good base to work from. And we're either going to go what we call traditional method, where our fingers are pointing out, making sure the hands are together, and we want to keep these side palms, as I call them, together so as the ball can't burst through. Likewise, if the ball's going over us a little bit, we might change our stance, reverse our hands and go that way, so we're catching the ball, taking it to one side, or we're taking it to this side, okay? Okay, so over my head, bang. And again, really strong with those hands, so I haven't gone anywhere. So just drop it a little bit short, I'll just come into this one. So again, nice and strong with my hands, watching it all the way in, okay? And if there's a flat catch, one that's sort of been flat batted at you, it may be that you have to go reverse hands, or you may have to go there, okay? So again, the big thing with this is that I've used my posture, so you can see there that I've just dropped myself to allow me to go reverse method. Again, not too bad, and again, nice and strong, and if you join my elbows up, I've got that triangle, so I've got a structure to catch from. In terms of just making sure that your hands stay nice and strong, and this sometimes works, these balls here, these weighted balls, like Sandfield, different weights, you can get these from MSG. If you just want to throw these just to start off with in here, Simo, yeah. It just makes me keep my hands really strong because there's quite a bit of weight. So we go with a bit of a heavier one, okay? So they're quite heavy. Oh yeah, so you can hear the weight in that. So if I'm not very strong, you can see the ball's going to burst through. So I've got to make sure I keep my hands really strong. And I think that's, so just go outside of the body. Yeah, so again, same technique as we spoke about earlier, but being really strong with my hands to make sure I trap the ball and secure it. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at diving. There are a number of different dives. This one's gonna be for a low ball, which is gonna be about that height. So what we're gonna look to do, first of all, is make sure that we land safely because we don't wanna get injured. And then secondly, just look to develop the technique and how we might coach it and get players to do it in a safe environment, all right? So in essence, what we're looking to do is once we've caught the ball, we're looking to land almost in the plank position. So we're landing in that position there at a bit of an angle if we can, all right? So the first thing that makes contact will be the forearms. So we've got to make sure that they land, and as they do, we're looking to push them along the ground to make sure we dissipate our energy. Otherwise, it comes back through, what goes down comes back up straight into your neck and your shoulders, so we don't want that. So we want to try and push it out. And then when we do land, we're looking to land on torso, hips and thighs. And we're always looking to dissipate our energy in the direction away from us there, okay? So, going back, working backwards, as we're walking in and we set, we might be opening up here because we know the ball's going that way, and we're looking to push and create all the power from that inside leg that's then going to project us that way. And as we go along and push, that will give us distance to get along to the ball. Beautiful, there you go. So you can see, pushing out, because don't forget, once we've pushed out, we've got a job as fielders, because it might be a no ball, it might be a bump ball. We've either got to get up onto one knee, ready to throw it back, or we've got to get onto our feet, ready to throw it back, all right? So once we've gone off our knees, we might just go in as best a crouch position as we can. We don't want to be square on, we don't want to be diving off the edge of the swimming pool. Just want to be at that sort of 45 angle there, nice and low. And there we go, and then I'm ready to pop up, okay? So once I get the habit of that, then I can just start with that really low position. And then once I'm ready, I can just get my timing right, have a little bit of a walk in, set, and getting in that way, okay? Now, just to help me out, I've got championship winner from 2021, Warwickshire's Oliver Hannon Dolby. He's going to help out and just jump in here and have a go. Really watch it in, try and catch it as far in front of you as you can. Beautiful. Onto your knees. So probably just want to go a little bit 45-ish if you can. That's it. So you probably need to go with that with the mat. And then just two hands and then push your elbows out, yeah? There you go, good lad. There you go, pushing those elbows out. So if he now needs to, he can pop up from there onto his knees or onto his feet. Just on that, if you want to just come in here, just lie down again like you've just taken a great diving catch. Simo, you say go, okay? You're right-handed, aren't you? Yep. So what we're going to do, when Simo says go, you've got to get onto your feet into a balanced position, ready to throw that way. I'm going to do that way. Let's see who the winner is, okay? Ready? Simo, you say go. I did say onto your feet. Never mind, never mind. But that was a good one on your knee. I'm loving it. So I'll tell you what, you can go feet or knees then. Say feet or knees.
I'll go feet, I'm going to beat this.
He wants to go feet. All right, wants to go feet. Done him again. Right, last one. Here we go. Okay, so one of the ways of doing that, and you might just want to try this, is that when you've got the ball, just look to get yourself into a press-up position, and as you do, just bring your knees on the outsides of your elbow and stand up. So just try that again. So just slowly. So you got the ball, press-up position, knees on the outside. Hey, there you go. Yeah, but nice and quiet, It's not go heavy, come on. There you go, not a race, off you go. There you go. Yeah, and then likewise, we can do the same. If we're there, we can either go onto our knees to throw, or we might want to go one knee, which is whatever works for that individual. The key with this is, yeah, just get ready as if you're just getting set. So centre of gravity, I'll be looking for, regardless of height, is making sure that centre of gravity is really low. So I'll be looking for a really good squat position there for you to be in that sort of position there. The higher you are, the more energy is going that way rather than that way. So we need to get down as much as we can. All right.
3.
1, 2, 3. So what we've seen there is a combination of we get in there with it. There was a little bit of just that knee hitting the ground, which just stopped him going. And then just there at the end, we just saw a little bit of turning and almost landing on the side. So we've just got to make sure that players are committed and looking to get on their front. If we go onto our side, it's a little bit more injury prone, and also it's then difficult to then pop ourselves back up as well. So that's what we're probably looking to do. So the reason I'm going to go onto the bigger crash mat here just with Oliver is just to build a little bit of confidence and just get him, A, get the ball in his hands so as it builds his confidence, and B, him comfortable landing on his front because he knows it's softer straight away. So it's just about building confidence. So you've got to sort of tic-tac-toe between the two and just got to make sure you keep moving them. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Push, push. Okay, so what was the difference between that one and the one before?
On this map?
Yep, just.
What did you stretch me further?
Yeah, I did that for a reason.
Do you reckon I was like lower rather than more?
You were lower, and you push with that inside leg more to get you more distance, and on the first one, your knees made contact first with the ground, whereas with that one, it was your forearms. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Good lad. So, because the pace has just done you a little bit, you've probably ended up not quite 90, but you're still on the angle a little bit, but look where you've cut it off, okay? So the more and more repetitions of that now, so this is about time on task and building the skill with the right technique, which we've got now, and then we're going back to those, same thing, and then push, 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 push. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good lad. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Good lad. It's in there. Good man. So, not landing on your knees now, and you've started swooshing. Okay, so what we're getting now is a swoosh rather than a crash into the ground, okay? So much, much better. Keep getting lower. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good lad. That's the one. That's the one. 2, 3. Yes. Good one to finish on. Okay. So, in essence, in terms of diving for that particular type of ball, those are the sorts of things that I'd be looking to do. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to have a look at a roll, okay, or people call it a tumble. So imagine the ball's being hit straight to me. I can just pick it up and I'm ready to throw it back. If it's a little bit wider like we've just done, you've just seen the low dive, or if it's just a little bit wider of me, it's just a little bit out of my reach and I can't quite pick it up. So as you are approaching the ball, you'll step to it with your leg, foot nearest the ball, and then you're looking to pick it up with 2 hands, and then as you pick it up with 2 hands there, you're looking to get your chest and then almost do a judo roll. So you'll pick it up and then you're ready to throw. And then likewise, coming back left, same thing, ball's on the ground, or you can practice this way. Again, inside leg, pick the ball up, roll, pick yourself up, and you're ready to throw. So have a think about getting your foot near the ball. Yeah, getting nice and low. You've got to be really low. Hands are on the floor, literally. Yeah, in you come, yeah. Okay, so as you pick it up there, you're rolling, push up, get into a throwing position, same going left. There we go, pop yourself up. So quite dynamic with that. Yeah, the other things that we can talk about as well is a slide, which is the figure 4. So you might have heard that referred to, where people run after the ball, turn, run after the ball, and then they get into this figure 4 position here. So I'm right-handed, I've landed on my right side, left side, sorry. Pick the ball up with my right hand, I've got my spikes on outside, use them as a brake. I've got this foot so I can either stand up, get on my knee, or I can pop myself up onto my feet, ready to throw, okay? So just watch again. So imagine there, I've turned after the ball, I'm going after it, nice and low, and then I can pick the ball up. And the important thing to this now is making sure that this part of the leg is parallel to the surface. So as when I push myself along the ground, I'm just going to slide. As soon as I increase that angle there, all my weight is now going into the ground. And depending on the surface you're playing, if it grips, that's where you're going to get injury and it's not an effective slide. So we've got to make sure we're in that position there, where we're trying to land on here as much as we can. The further we get back, the better, I would suggest, all right? So I think in football terms, they call it a sliding tackle, yeah? So you're just trying to get down into that position as much as you can. So the way to build that up is I'm right-handed, so I'd go left hand, right foot there, and I'm gonna look to get my left leg underneath me, all right? Don't really need the ball for this, okay? So we just leave that there for now. All that I'm looking to do is to get that there, and then push, ball will roll into my hand, ready to pop up. Yeah. So what we're going to do here is that we've looked at the low dive, we've looked at the tumble. What happens when the ball's sort of really high? It might be that now, as we take the ball, we can't land as we were earlier. We've got to get a roll in and look to land and dissipate our energy again. So without the ball, it would look something like this, okay? It would look like this, okay? So we've walked in, we've seen the ball, take the catch, and then it might be that I'm rolling out that way to get rid of the ball. Okay. Yes, there we go, good. There we go. Okay, so with that height and you're dissipating that energy, you're looking to get that rolling all the time to make sure you're landing safely first and foremost, but then not forgetting the attention to detail where we're looking to get the ball in the correct part of the hand, whether it's one hand or two hand, making sure that we're trapping the ball. Okay, so we're just going to talk about a little bit of a two-handed pickup now. I just want you to have a think about where you pick the ball up. So the other thing that we've got to look at as well is just making sure that we're getting into a good set position when we're walking in. So get into a good set position. There we go. So there's got to be that little bit of ability to make sure that we can move left or right. So as I walk in, bang, I'm set, and then I can pick the ball up, blow, and get it in. Okay, so as the ball's approaching you, I want you to try and pick the ball up in front of your body there. So get your backside down as much as you can.
In front of my front foot almost?
Yeah, so that's the difference there. So if I leave my hands there, I've not moved them, but as soon as I come back with my backside, it comes up and it brings my hands up. So if we're trying to pick the ball up on our back foot, it's harder. So try and pick the ball up out there, out in front, because then it just allows us to keep going with the momentum towards the target as well. Okay. So watch his feet here as well. Make sure he's crossing over in front. Cross over in front, yes. Yeah, gone behind again. Yeah, there we go. So imagine we're at square leg here, yeah? Ball's just been hit out, little underarm, bang. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so just a little underarm, Massimo. Yeah, pick it up. Yeah. Beautiful. Stay on line, keep going as straight as you can.
Okay.
Good at this, so go with your opposite hand as well.
So don't peel off, go straight.
Yeah, go as straight as you can. The more alignment we can get, the better.
Straight at the stump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, just go left hand. Beautiful. So what happens when it doesn't go straight?
Okay.
What happens then? What are our options? Yeah, good lad. Go on, pace, stay low, stay low. Be electric, there you go, beautiful. So what happens when it goes this side? Okay, right, ready? Yes, Simo, yeah.
For some personal one-to-one coaching with Cookie, please do check out his website, link in the description below.